Good afternoon to everyone present here. I welcome you all to use yet another brilliant session, Chemical Reactions Teaching with Digi Tools, Vedantu Master Teacher Hemin. Undoubtedly, chemistry is a subject. Sir, my voice is echoing. Can you mute yourself for a second? Really apologies for that. Yeah. So undoubtedly, chemistry is a subject which, if we start exploring, there is no looking back at it. We almost start loving it. We start enjoying that as a discipline. But that was all possible when we were studying this discipline while remaining in our classrooms and not sitting in front of screens the way we are doing right now. Yet, we believe that it's possible to love chemistry the way it was even in this virtual medium. And today, with our guest speaker, we are going to make you realize how to get that love back for chemistry. Our guest speaker, Mr. Hemin, is not just a master teacher at Vedantu, but also is a fantastic travel blogger. His splendid methods of teaching chemistry's concept from benzene models to complex organic reactions make it look all easy to the students. In fact, he post videos on YouTube as well, providing his students explanation of very difficult concepts of chemistry. We would like to thank Wacom India for supporting us in this event. And now, without any further ado, this virtual platform is all yours, sir. Please introduce yourself to the audience and have this session.
Hey, hello everyone. Satak, you can just give me a heads up if anything goes wrong. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. How are you guys? How's everything going on? Warm welcome everyone. Hope you guys are all safe and well. So as Satak has already introduced me, but still, I would love to give a quick introduction about myself before we start. So I am Hemin, your master teacher for chemistry in Vedantu, and like one of the proud master teacher I have to say in Vedantu. Now that is pretty much little bit about me. I want to give little bit more ideas how I ended up in the entire online teaching, all those ideas. So I have just made up a small presentation. Let me take it up and we will just go together. So guys, I'm just going to share my screen. I guess, Sarthak, can you give me a heads up if it is visible in the screen?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Cool, perfect. So, guys, I'll just make a quick presentation for you guys so that we can have an idea like how this online learning, teaching, everything goes. So, first of all, as I mentioned, I'm Hemin Roy, master teacher at Vedantu. Approximately 4 years, I am guiding students, mentoring them, helping them, giving a lot of suggestions how to improve the score for the JE and NEET, coaching for their ultimate dream. I have to say, millions of students at a particular time are actually preparing for this prestigious examinations. Okay, taught over 10,000 plus students over this 4 years. I have to say, I have been graduated from NIT Calicut. So after I got graduated from NIT Calicut, I was into teaching only. I graduated in chemical engineering. So I'm a chemical engineer. I had options for further studies in various IITs, NITs, and all. I had an All India rank of 359 in the GATE 2020 examination. With the score and rank I have received, I can go for any IITs, NITs, and institutions like IISc, IIST, and or for my further education. But as I mentioned, I chose to be a teacher by passion and a teacher by profession. Now you might be asking, like, sir, like, how do you feel like teaching is one of the beautiful, profession that you can go ahead with? I have to say this, guys. My father is a teacher. My mother is a teacher. My grandfather is a teacher. His father is a teacher. So I guess I'm a new gen teacher where I'm having this teaching thing in my blood. I have to say first of all. But again, I started it just like as something like a career. But I didn't think much that I will be ending up with teaching only later. But you know what, guys? Once I start teaching, I feel like it is something very worth and it's actually giving me a happy feeling, to be honest. So, the happiness you're gonna get when you are conveying something to a different person and the other person is getting 100% of what you're telling. That feeling of happiness is something else, really, really amazing, I have to say. So, that is why I, ended up with teaching and I'm so happy about it. Okay, and now I just want to give you a little bit ideas regarding like chemistry. Lot of students, people say that chemistry is so too much. I can't even think about chemistry. Chemistry is a too tough subject. Lot of reactions are there, and it is too tough to draw the structures of benzene, naphthalene, all those organic molecules are different side. I can't even think about that. People say that. Some of the students say that, sir, it is very difficult to imagine, chemistry ideas. Why? Because when it comes to physics, yeah, this is everything is physical. A car is moving, a magnet is attracting substances, or I can say a electric field. People actually can think about it, or they can see real scenarios in front of them. Okay, where it comes to biology, also I have to say it is a pretty much same thing. Maths also, it is more about numbers. But when it comes to chemistry, if you study about a reaction, are you guys seeing a real reaction in front of you or like in anywhere? No, it is generally in a micromolecular level. It's a very microscopic level it happens, and most of the people doesn't understand how it actually works, right? And some of the students say that, sir, I'm not getting the logic of chemistry because everything is illogical here. Like nothing is actually making any kind of a connections. Everything is independent and too much to learn. It is very, very tough. Things go above our head, people say. But see, guys, most of the students or people find chemistry difficult because of the difficulty in imagining. Okay, if you want, I can just give you a quick, easy idea regarding this. Suppose, if guys, I'm just asking, and I'm going to start with this idea. If I'm asking you, can you imagine the Bohr model of atom in your mind? If I'm just simply asking you, can you imagine Bohr model of atom in your mind? If I'm asking that, every single person sitting there imagining this thing will be imagining in different way. Bohr model is like we have a central nucleus. Okay, different orbits are arranged around it, right? People say that we have concentric circular path called orbit, and all everyone know the statements. People will be imagining in different way, right? Every single person will be imagining different. But the moment I am going to show you this is a 3D structure. We have path of the electron called the orbit, which is around the nucleus, and this is how approximately it will look like. People actually think in a 2D plane, on a plane, one circle, next circle, next circle, but it is not actually like that, right? This is how Bohr suggested it. Even the structure of atom or atomic structure is even more complicated. I'm not going to any of those things, but I'm just trying to give you one idea why people actually find it very difficult is because of those difficulty in imagining the ideas and aspects. And but when people say that, sir, chemistry has no connection, I feel like answering like this. Chemistry is called the central science because it is connected to everything. Every other branch of science, no, chemistry is connected one or the other way. That is why we call chemistry as a central science. That is also there, but people still find it very difficult, maybe because of not getting the right directions, or maybe because of difficulty in imagining. It can be various reasons. Now, this is one of the major reasons why I took up chemistry as my favorite subject, because I used to get the concept. I used to imagine in a good direction so that I could just relate things easily, which made up my ideas also easy. And I have to say, I had a very good score in the JE examination as well. I just lost only one question from the entire chemistry paper of JE when I wrote it. So that is what I can say, because I was quite confident about the subject. Now, when it comes to online learning, what is the advantage? This is the simplest advantage I can give you. The moment I'm showing you this figure, without any explanation also, you are going to get a complete idea about what is Bohr model, right? Just an idea I'm telling. So there's a lot of advantages of online learning, I have to say. So I can take up some of the very easy advantages that is evident and visible. First one is efficiency. I have just shown you the efficiency already, just with one Bohr model idea. Second thing is accessibility of time and place. So you don't have to go anywhere. You can sit at your home, wherever it is your comfort zone, with food around, or like whatever you need to comfort yourself. It is really accessible. You just need a smartphone or a laptop or a tablet just to attend a class. And comparing to offline mode learning, I have to say online is quite more affordable. I mean, like in the cost aspect also, it is quite affordable, I have to say. And again, safety and comfort again, like you don't have to rush into the traffic. You don't have to worry about the timing where I have to attend a class, right? You don't have to worry about any of these things, and you can be quite safe from the whole pandemic that is going on around us, right? You can be staying at home, be in your comfort zone, and you can attend the class. And it suits a variety of learning styles. Why? Because every single student will have different perspective of thinking. They individually want their own way of understanding, their own way of learning style will be there. But the moment I'm giving you a 3D model, all the learning styles will be combined into that. So I'm just giving you one simple example I'm telling. So this entire online learning will be like more suitable for a variety of learning styles. Now you will be asking, sir, what are you telling? Like offline learning is not good or not? I'm not telling that. Offline learning has its beautiful advantages, like you are having the physically teacher present in front of you. More, personalized feeling you will be getting. That is obviously there. Okay, and most of the students feel like attending a real class rather than a online class. So all these things are there. I'm not telling online is always best or offline is always always better. I'm best. I'm not telling that. Okay, both of them have equal pros and cons. What I'm just trying to give you is like, try this once, you will love it to an extent, I have to say. If you feel it like offline is far better for us, go for that. I have no objections on that thing. Now, when it comes to online teaching, so is it really tough? So as I mentioned, my father, my parents, my grandfather, they are all teachers. They are all just asking me, Hemin, how are you sitting inside a room, just sitting with a laptop? How are you teaching people? They are still wondering, how are you writing somewhere and everything appear on the screen? How are you doing this? Okay, I have to say, guys, this is actually the future which is going to be. I'm pretty sure about this thing. Okay, online teaching is it really tough? There was a time it was really tough where we have to take the broomstick, put the phone on that, take the video, post it somewhere. That was a really difficult time. And to be honest, even I have gone through this situation where to take a video with all the sticks and all. Okay, back then I did not have all this tripod and all those setup to make a proper video also. I had to go through this situation. I know it. But you know what? The time has changed. Now things have become to a very silly, or very simple system. All we require is a laptop, a webcam, and a proper Wacom. Your problems are solved anywhere, anytime. I can take an online class. I have been taking online class from my home, from office, from the home at my Bangalore. Even as I mentioned, I'm a travel photographer also. So I travel a lot. I have taken classes even while I was traveling to various places also. Just proper net connectivity and some basics, digital tools. So I am happy I can take the class from anywhere. Now, what made this entire online teaching easy? Like I'm just taking you through some of the glimpse of my classes. This is like, in Vedantu how I take the classes. Okay, I'll be explaining the ideas with the whole content will be already prepared. I have to just give the ideas regarding it. That is how I'll be doing it. The teacher will be changing, and concept what we are delivering is same only. At the same time, students can be asking the doubts, and I can be answering them also at the same time. I'll take you through a small demo session of my class. Obviously, definitely I'll be doing that. But just I'm giving you the ideas how it goes in the actual class. Okay, and what made it easy? What made the entire online teaching easy? You know what, guys? Before 2 years, like I have been working as a teacher for the 4 years. 2 years I was in an offline institute only. I was part of Time Institute, Triumphant Institute of Management Education. I have been taking offline classes for various categories of students, JEE, NEET, CBSE, for various categories of students. Later on, when I got the chance in Vedantu, I was a little bit curious. I was a little bit worried how it will be. Will I be standing in front of a camera all the time, making this videos with the help of a board? I thought it was really tough. But you know what, guys? The entire learning, teaching was becoming too vast and too easy once we had the digital tools. So what are the digital tools? Also, I'll just mention. So the digital tools that we are generally are quite familiar with will be laptop, tablet, webcam, and microphone. And here we have the new one that I'm just adding to this entire category. That is the Wacom. This is actually going to be a future for sure. Why? Because like whatever I write, however I write, it is going to appear on the screen just like that. Okay, it's one by Wacom. It's really amazing. I'm going to take you through some of the demo ideas as well. So I'll just take you to one um, small demo session. Just a second, guys. I'll just take you through a small quick demo session so that you will have an idea. Yeah. So if I'm just taking up a random reaction ideas, you might be quite interested in chemistry. I hope so. So I'll just take you through a random idea. Let me say, let's learn about, let it be the most common reaction that everyone is quite familiar about, the ammonia formation. I'm just taking a random equation and ideas. We are learning about ammonia formation by the combination of nitrogen and hydrogen. We are getting ammonia formed. Okay. So this entire process, industrially, it is called the Haber's process, right? It's called Haber's process. I'll just demonstrate a little bit regarding the entire Haber's process with the help of vacuum. Okay, I'll just take up one more slide here. So let me just explain about the ideas of um, Haber process. So this is like one vessel where I have actually packed a lot of catalyst. I'll be drawing it then. Here is another one vessel which we call it as a compressor. I'll just explain how the ammonia is formed. So what we're going to do, we are going to add nitrogen and hydrogen in a compressed format. In a compressed format, I'll be adding nitrogen and hydrogen into the vessel, where this entire vessel, no, it is packed with the catalyst. You know what is the catalyst of Haber process? The catalyst for Haber process is nothing but the iron powder. This is nothing but the iron powder which is packed here. Iron powder. So I'm marking it here. Iron powder. It is a catalyst here. Catalyst. And you know what? There's, once we are passing compressed nitrogen and hydrogen through the entire vessel, it will be converted to ammonia partially. This ammonia will be taken to the next vessel. This vessel is what we call as the compressor, or I can say it is a compressor, what we say. And the compressor, I'm just showing it like this is the compressor here, compressor. So what happens now, it will be compressing the ammonia to liquid form. The ammonia will be taken out like here in the liquid form. Liquid ammonia will be taken out, and the unreacted nitrogen and hydrogen will be recycled back. Unreacted nitrogen and hydrogen. So guys, I have explained the entire Haber process in just 2 minutes with a complete figure and ideas. Like as simple as that. This is how the entire process happened, and this is what we call as the process flow diagram, or PFD, in a chemical industry. The complete process flow diagram of the entire Haber process is here. Just like that, I could just create it here. It is very very simple with the entire vacuum thing that we have. As simple as that, I can just write it how I'm writing on a board. The same way I can write it down and I can demonstrate. Now, what else I do with vacuum, that is again quite interesting. As I mentioned, I travel a lot, right? So I take a lot of photos also. So I try, editing a lot. So I use Lightroom, Photoshop, Snapseed, and all the softwares to edit my photos actually. So for that purpose, I'll be using Photoshop. So a quick demonstration how I use vacuum to, cut out a small figure from this entire picture. I can show you. Same way, guys, like I'm having a right click and left click option here with the pen that I'm having here. You see, I can just start it like this. If I'm just using a mouse now, this entire process of cutting out a piece of this leaf, it is definitely going to take minimum 3 to 4 minutes, because like it is not easy to do like this. Those who are knowing Photoshop might be knowing it, but you see here, guys, I can just simply cut out this entire portion where I want, just with the help of like a fraction of second. I can do it. I can just nail it with a fraction of second. It's as simple as that. Now the online learning and digital medias have improved a lot, and Wacom though have helped me a lot in this entire field of learning as well as teaching. I have been taking photography courses before. Okay, I have been taking the photography courses as well as editing courses. So I used to use this thing. People were wondering like, how are you doing it so fast? Like I'm having Wacom. So Wacom is just one of the digital tool which is actually enabling a lot of new lessons to me in the entire digital world actually. So like a quick idea regarding like how I'm just doing things, which is going to make it the entire digital learning and digital teaching, like online teaching and learning, far easier. Okay. Now, like even my parents generally ask like, still, how are you even using a vacuum and getting all the reactions written on a board, or like how you make it happen so easily. So like it's that simple. Once you are getting in touch of this entire field, you will be automatically going for it. So I'll just stop the share screen. Now I just thought like I'll just give a quick demonstration how I use it. And in vacuum though, I'm having a digital board as I am showing here. There will be a digital board. and I'll be having a pen here. The pen has two switches. There will be a left click and a right click, or I can even program it for scrolling also. So that way I'll be having various functions that can be enabled in this entire screen, which have completely replaced my mouse. I don't use a mouse anymore. I'm completely using this pen and Wacom only for the whole classes and ideas. Okay, just giving you a quick ideas like how I do the entire teaching learning thing. Now another one question that you might ask ahead, that will be like, sir, like how are you how are you going to guide students for chemistry when it comes to the competitive exam? A lot of students were asking even in the chats, like, sir, like how are we supposed to go ahead with the learning, how are we supposed to prepare for the competitive exam? So for that also I just thought of giving a small introduction to that. See guys, generally for competitive exams I'm telling, three step is the most important steps that you have to take care for your good preparation of a competitive exam, because I'm more giving the orientation for NEET and JE examination. In that aspect, I'm telling. So first thing is like making your concepts clear. So for that you can use books, proper guidance and classes, and whichever way making your concepts clear is the first suggestion that I'll have to give to you. Second thing is always trying maximum varieties of questions. Okay, maximum varieties of questions irrespective of the sources. Again, when it comes to online learning, hundreds of books are available to you, hundreds of online books and question series apps are available which is giving you questions. And third thing is all about knowing the recent trends. Like if you're going for this year JE examination, unlike the last year, this year JE examination, every single question was directly from NCRT alone. Same for the NEET examination also. That is where I'm telling, knowing the trend is very important, or it is going to make your effort and your time is going to be consumed a lot unnecessarily. Unnecessarily, you will be going through a lot of unnecessary learning, unnecessary what we say efforts which is not required. So that is another one thing. So three steps I'll suggest for a better rank and or like better preparation is making the concepts clear. Then you go for the ideas of your maximum question practice. Then last one, knowing the trends of questions and ideas, how it comes to exams. So these are generally my suggestions actually. And now though I'll just leave it to you if you have any doubts or queries or any issues that you guys are facing. I'm just trying to clarify some of the questions. So the one who's I'm just taking the doubts which is coming up here. I attend this classes regularly. His voice is not like this. Seriously, my voice is like this only. Oh my god. Okay. Then, so one who prepare for JE 2021 chemistry, will you tell the same tips for the perspective of which comes in the recent papers, which are must do? We should not leave the upcoming exam. Again, what is my suggestion is the same thing. Make your concepts clear. Step number one, every single concept should be clear, which should be primarily oriented from NCRT. Every single question of NCRT should be solved. Okay, and the similar questions you will be finding in the 2021 previous attempt papers also. If you go for the previous attempt of JE, you'll be finding up the same questions, similar questions. Some of the questions are even getting repeated in the next attempt. So make sure that you guys are doing that. Then again, try the previous year questions maximum so that your ideas can be getting better in the mind. No issues, guys. I'm having a lot of students here. Really great. Can I make 3D models of chemical bondage through Wacom pen tablet? See, you can make and you can animate also. You can make and you can animate. That is totally up to which platform you use. Like for me, as of now, I'm using the Vedantu platform itself. The entire demonstration that I've given now, right, the ammonia formation process, all those things, that was purely in the Vedantu platform itself. So 3D figures can be created using the applications, and you can be animating it with the help of pen tablet for sure. Because I am doing it in the actual classes. Especially there are certain chapters like solid state, electrochemistry. All these chapters are there where we require the students to know how it actually looks like. And when I'm saying like hexagonal crossback structure, people are like, sir, what is it? So then I'll show you the 3D structure. So I'll see this is how it is. I will rotate the entire 3D model and show it like this is how it look like and this is how it is. And people are like, okay, this is easy. Now the moment you say hexagonal close pack structure, tougher. But the moment I'm showing it, easier. So it just takes that time, but yeah, you can do it. Teaching inorganic chemistry can be mostly theoretical. How can I make it much interesting for the students using Wacom tools? Okay, when it comes to inorganic chemistry, I'll tell you what is my approach. Inorganic chemistry, people find it very difficult because again, they cannot relate with the ideas which are actually given in a flow. Okay, in NCRT, even I'm telling the flow is not proper. So, like how I approach, I'll tell you, because I'm from chemical engineering background. I have been to chemical industries. I have been seeing the chemical reactions, how it happens in industries. Suppose at the moment I'm showing you this is how the entire Haber process plan look like. The moment I'm saying that a storage vessel will be approximately of the size of a football field, people will be like, seriously. Then the moment the interest generates in the students, like in their mind, they will imagine a football field size storage vessel. That is where something like uh, a storage substance like a chemical or something will be stored. So like that, it just generate the interest. So again, you can be adding photos or images of chemical industries, showing up how a reaction vessel look like, how does the reaction take place, the mechanism. So inorganic chemistry can be made interesting that way. So again, it comes with making it more, rather than leaving the students for imagining themselves, we can show it to them. That is what I can suggest more interesting, making them understanding more. Okay, I guess Gina has asked this question. I hope I have answered. Then I just, looks like I'm having a lot of students here. That is really great. How hard you can imagine. Oh my God. How will this, okay. Can I make something like sticky notes in the Wacom pen tab? Again, it totally depends on which applications or which um, interface you use for the teaching and learning. Totally depends on that. And is the pen tablet helpful for younger students only? I can never say that because I have been using it for not only for learning, even I have been using it for, sorry, not only for teaching, I have been using it for my own learning as well. As I mentioned, I have been using it for photography and editing courses, which have helped me in making the proper figures, proper editing, proper cutting out. So it just helped me in that way. It can be replacing your complete mouse and it will be even more handy. And again, I can't tell that it will be happening in one night or everything will be fine with your pen and tablet, but yeah, it will take 1 week of practice, more than sufficient. More than sufficient it will be to make it happen. Then huh, I don't remember you, come on guys. um, so through previous year questions, can we identify the trend of questions? Yes, obviously we can try. So if you go for like, okay, my suggestion is again, take chapter wise previous questions and try solving them. So you'll have an idea these kind of questions are expected from a chapter, and these kind of questions can be repeated again. You will find some of the question getting repeated. So you can learn from there. As a teacher, I feel sometimes that I have failed to inspire my students to love chemistry. I try. Um, Again, I feel so, guys. Ramila, I guess so. So again, I feel like the most probably the reason why students does not generate an interest is probably because why they can't imagine it, because they are not seeing it in a physical sense. They can't be seeing it or they can't be hearing it. So because of that reason, they find it like quite uninteresting. The moment I'm showing up, okay, this is how the entire process happens. This is how the mechanism is working. I can just show it with the pen tablet with the help of the laptop screen, adding some GIF images or a 3D model. I can show it. The moment I show that, people finding it interesting. And obviously, in every student's mind, there will be some triggering ideas. There will be some triggering ideas where they will feel like, okay, this is how it is, right? So that triggering point we have to identify. That is how I feel we can make the students listen to chemistry or any other subject. Like everything you need require a that kind of that interest should be there. Interest generation is the first thing. For that, we have to find out the triggering point, like what actually makes them feel like interesting in a topic. So the moment I'm saying like So if I'm saying, like I do this in the class sometimes, I ask the students, so tell me guys what is 5 square? People say 25. Then I'll ask like, so tell me guys what is 15 square? People say 225. Then I'll ask like, sir, like sorry guys, what do you say? What is the square of 115 square? Then they will be all blank. They'll be all blank. Then I'll tell like, do this shortcut method. I'll give a shortcut method how you can square 115. Okay, it is just one moment people will be finding. It is very interesting. It is easy to calculate. So lot of people tell me that sir, it is very difficult to calculate. Calculation is really tough. We can't calculate. It takes a lot of time to calculate. Then I'm giving you this shortcut tricks. People are like, okay, we can use a shortcut trick and calculation has become easy. So that is a triggering point to make them feel like, okay, calculation is not that tough, we can do it. Similarly, for chemistry also, it depends on the teacher's approach, depends on the students how much they know, it depends on knowing them. Okay, a lot of parameters are there. I feel like that. Regular Vedantu. Hello, Amal. Huh. Okay. I am from West Bengal board. I just found out that CBSE board 10 plus 2 exams are cancelled, but your board exam is going to take and to know how they will be marked. So that is, so I'm pretty much quite unsure, Kushi, because the marking scheme, how they are planning to conduct the exam, that will be totally depend on the board states and like that. As far as I'm from Kerala, one of my cousins is there who's taking the exam. He's telling like limited topics will be asked because of this pandemic. Most of the students were unable to attend the classes and all. So they will be taking up only certain topics and they'll be asking the questions from it like that they told. Doesn't mean that it will be happening everywhere. But it is actually really unfortunate to hear that 10 plus 2 board exams are cancelled. But actually the exam should have been there. I mean it should be there. Then there will be more evaluating, self-evaluating at least. This session is for teachers or students, for both. Can you want to show how you use Wacom tools to teach calculation-based questions in chemistry? Calculation-based questions. Okay, I'll just try with the calculation part. Like okay, I'll just share my screen once again. Maybe like that can be just a little bit helpful. Just a second. Sautha, can you give me a heads up? I mean, the slide is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah. So I can just give a quick calculation method or something. Maybe like if you have like, as I mentioned, I'm having a calculation trick or something. I'll tell you. So suppose we have a calculation, something like comes up. Maybe okay, I'll take it like this. We have okay. So I'll just take a random question and I'll just solve it. Just simply, I'll just show you one question, and you want to solve a numerical value, something like 115 square into, or like I can take which one I'll take. Okay, I'll just take a numerical question itself. Those who are worried about chemistry, so they are telling I'm having okay, I'm having one molar solution of NaOH. Find out mole fraction. Just a question. It's a numerical question. One molar solution I'm having of NaOH. They're asking us to find out mole fraction. So 1 molar means I'm having 1 mole of solute I'm having and 1 kilogram of solvent. Just simply I'm just taking like that. 1 kilogram of solvent means 1000 1000 mole it will, sorry, 1000 gram of water will be there. 1000 gram of water. Let the solvent be water. And I want to find out the mole fraction here. Mole fraction of the solute, I'll be finding number of moles of solute divided by solute plus number of moles of water. Fraction of number of moles you have to find out. 1 mole of solute we have divided by 1 plus number of moles of water. 1000 divided by molecular mass is 18, and the answer is, I'm easily writing like 55.555. Now that is a shortcut trick again, because I can write 1000 by 18 as 500 by 9. 5 by 9 is 0.5555 into 100 is 55.5. Again a shortcut method. Again I can directly add up that here, and if you are solving it 1 by 56.55, this value will be approximately turning to be 0.017, something like that. Just one example I'm telling. So with a pen and tablet, you can easily write up, you can easily calculate just like how you do it on a paper. Just that easiness you can do it. Okay. Hope I clarified that one also. Then what can I do after studying chemistry in graduation? That is totally up to you. You can be like chemistry, you can be going for research, you can go for teaching. Again, it totally depends on your passion and like how much you are into chemistry subject. Uh, okay, I didn't really grasp the practical portion of chemistry through online classes. I feel I have qualified class 11 without really knowing the practical chemistry. Practical part, again, yeah, like in the laboratory we have the salt analysis, volumetric analysis, all those portions still going on. And again, learning it online and physical learning is going to be completely different. And again, you can see the experiments and all through YouTube or any other platform, you can watch it. But when it comes to the practical knowledge, I will not suggest you to buy any kind of acid or anything to your home or try any experiments. It is not going to be good. Without proper guidance, do not try anything of as such, because to an extent chemicals are quite going to be dangerous. So do not try to take it by yourself and do any experiments. If at all you require any practical practice, I hope the boards will make a proper arrangement for that. I'm pretty much clueless what to say about like how you can go for the practical thing at this point of time. I'm taking chemistry in college, is it a good choice or not? Again, that totally up to your passion for the subject and how what is your ambition also. I'm answering for Manish and telling, like it totally depends on like how how much confident are you on the subject, how much you're ambitious on your subject part, and all these things. Okay, do not randomly take up any subject. Okay, because I took chemical engineering because I was so happy and so good with chemistry. I mean, like, not good, I'm telling I was so interested in the chemistry. Because of that reason I have started learning chemical engineering as well. So do not take a subject randomly for your further preparation. That is actually illogical. Take it with your interest. I guess it is going to help you out in the future again. Um, but I'm able to understand the concept of chemistry, but unable to solve the questions. 11th grand standard. Okay. Again, practice is the only one. Again, I have to say, Malika. For Malika, I'm telling, practice is the only one way that we can actually go for, making this perfect. Without that, there is no other way. Because, like, even I was like, when I was studying in 11th standard, moving from 10 to 11, like I can say it like this: from 7, 8, 9, 10, it's a gradual increase of level. But from 10 to 11, it is a huge jump. The concept is a huge jump. The numerical type of questions, everything is of a huge jump. So it will take some time to get good with the pace of subject, pace of learning, as well as pace of calculation. So keep on trying, keep on practicing. It will come in handy. It will take some time, but yeah, it will come in handy. So most of the students ask me, sir, how can I improve my numerical? Generally, I tell the students, do 15 questions of physics and chemistry, numerical questions on a daily basis. 20 days, you will find an improvement. That is what I can tell, because I have been seeing that with various students. For some students, it can go to 30 days also, but yeah, it will be better. Is it true that chemistry requires a lot of memorization comparison to other subject? Again, Kushi, that reason is probably because why we are not getting the concepts. Most of the students of mine who are present here, you will be understanding that. I will never ask a student to by heart anything. I'll try to give it in a logic so that you can keep it in your mind. It is not about by hearting, it is always about making that connection in your mind. Again, for that, again, we will be requiring the help of the digital tools to demonstrate the entire image, or I can say the 3D model, or I can say the GIF image. We require it. Yep. Then what comes in the entrance exam of BSc chemistry? Again, that I guess so it will be totally about which platform or which institution you are applying for. I guess it will be like that. Then can pen tablet be helpful in teaching the practical part of chemistry? If yes, how? No, practical part though we can't be doing it, online. Only thing that we can do is like we can demonstrate on a practical thing, right? Practically we can demonstrate, but when it go to the actual laboratory, it will be completely different. We can't be doing that thing with any of the tools. Only thing that we can do is demonstrate, making the students feeling the chemicals, doing the experiments. That should be done practically only. Okay, the practical knowledge cannot be given through like this. Teaching inorganic can be mostly theoretical. Okay, again, that is what I'm telling. Inorganic part again. Okay, if you're simply taking the 12th standard P block elements, I can tell 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th groups are there. All the four groups I can say there is a lot of what we say ideas common. So when I teach inorganic, I tell in the 15th group these ideas are going to be repeated in 16th, 17th, 18th. Okay, all of them, I'm just making a connection there. All these ideas are going to be repeated in all the groups. So that connection is what actually keeps the students interested in inorganic, and students require to read it on a daily basis so that they can just get familiar to the theory part more. Okay. um, how to apply correct formula for questions in physical chemistry as well as root formulas, again that will be again practice, I have to say. I am studying in class 8. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll just give a quick demonstration on how I use a Wacom. How it is a technical part. I'll just demonstrate once. Okay, some of you are asking for that. So this is how the pen tablet will be looking like. Okay, I'll be having a USB cable to connect it. It can be directly connected to the laptop. So once you're connecting it, you have to install a driver from the Wacom driver website. You can directly install it. It's a free driver. You can directly install it. Once you're installing it, you can configure your pen. Okay, so this entire pen tablet, that will be exactly how your screen will be looking like. I mean, same recognitions will be there. There will be two clicks will be there, like left and right click, like two switches are there. You can configure it the way that you want. You can configure one of the switch for left click, one for the right click, one for scrolling, one for the middle click. That is totally up to you. You can configure it according to your requirements. So it is even more sophisticated than a mouse, I have to say. Mouse to left click, right click, and the scrolling thing. But here though, we can use it, even you can configure it the way that you want. According to your convenience, you can configure it. Okay, you can just configure it the way that you want, so it will be even more handy for you, even more personalized for you, I have to say like that. And remembering about oxidation states and all. So the moment you start by hearting things now, it will be feeling like, okay, I have to by heart a lot of things. But again, the moment you try practicing it. So there was a time I was teaching a 8th standard cousin. Okay, 8th standard, 9th standard time. So she was asking me that how do I remember all these values, everything. So instead of asking her to by heart, I was giving her like 15, 20 questions on a daily basis. Okay. After 20 days, I was asking like 15 questions I'll give on a daily basis. After 20 days, if I'm asking what is oxidation state of sodium, she'll say +1, calcium +2. I was like, did you by heart it? So I did not by heart anything. I was just remembering it because I was using it on a daily basis. Again, that's what it comes with practice. It comes with your interest also. Um, Can you show an organic conversion on your screen? How do I teach it online? Okay, I can show like an online, I mean, organic reaction, so I can show. Okay, I'll just take up another one reaction, like a random example I'll give you. I'll just share the screen once again. Just a second. Sarthak, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah. I'll just take up one more example here. I'll just take up an organic chemistry reaction. I'll just take up electrophilic substitution of halogen on benzene I'll take. So this is just going to be benzene. Okay. So suppose we are adding electrophilic substitution on benzene. I'll be taking nitration. I'll take. Let this process be nitration. For the process of nitration, I'll be adding concentrated HNO3 and H2SO4 together. I'll be adding these two together. This is called the nitrating mixture. We call it as nitrating mixture. Okay. So what happens now? Sulfuric acid is a better acid than HNO3. So what happens? H2SO4 will take one OH from the HNO3. It will be taking one OH from HNO3 and it will be providing a NO2 plus ion from the nitric acid. NO2 plus ion will be generated from the nitric acid. This NO2 plus ion is going to be attacking on benzene ring as an electrophile. You look onto the charge of nitronium ion. It has a positive charge. The nitronium ion is looking for a negative charge. The benzene ring has alternate double bonds, right? So it is an electron-rich benzene ring. NO2 plus will be so happy to attack on the benzene ring, and it is going to attack. It will replace one hydrogen from there. Will replace one hydrogen, and instead of that you will be having what? The NO2 group coming present here. This is a simple electrophilic substitution reaction of benzene ring with nitration example. You can try for any example, same way. So whether it is inorganic, organic, physical, I teach all the three topic. All the three topic I teach, and all the three topics are handy with the help of the whole digital tools, especially with Wacom for me when I'm teaching. Okay. So I guess yeah, that part is also clarified. Yeah.
Yeah, sir. It seems that we have covered almost every question that is there.
Okay, that is really cool.
Yeah. So I just have a few things that I would like to ask, have special mention here. That, for example, a person generally wants to study inorganic chemistry, and many times it can be like a bit lengthy and just revising the stuff. So, in when they were physical classrooms, when they were like proper classrooms, there weren't much specific things that we can do in order to enhance this learning process. But in virtual medium, often we have this way of providing videos or providing different things to see how things are happening in organic chemistry. So this complaint must be coming from your students as well. That sir, inorganic is too lengthy. P block is basically a lot lengthy. So how do you deal with these issues?
So I can say like this: in the last year, like when I joined Vedantu, I have been handling inorganic chemistry for approximately 10 batches. So again, most of the batches were like privileged batches where the topper teachers are taking. Okay, in those batches I have been taking chemistry that is only inorganic chemistry part. And the funny thing is, like generally teachers will be saying like, okay, this reaction you by heart, this reaction you by heart, this process you by heart, done. You get the full mark. But like when it comes to the inorganic chemistry, most of them are actually dealing with the molecules, their reactions in their actual characteristics. Because people by heart it because they don't understand the behavior of the substance, or they are not understanding what or how it is actually made it in the actual industry. So maybe if it is sulfuric acid, we say that sulfuric acid manufacture has three step one, two, three. By heart it done. But the moment I'm showing you the same figures, this is how it happens, and this is how the sulfuric acid is going to be produced. I'm showing a real life image. See, this is how the sulfuric acid look like when it comes to industry. Then people are like, okay, this is how it is. If you have that idea in their mind, automatically rather than by hearting, student will be understanding the idea. They will be keeping the idea in their mind, and instead of by hearting, it will be coming out of their mind just normally. Rather than okay, I'll just give it an easy example. Like if you're like Sarthak, you are meeting a person on a daily basis. You guys are just walking through across a street. After 20 days, I'm asking, can you describe that person? You will be able to describe or not? Obviously, because you have been seeing the same guy for like multiple times. Same approach, why can't we do it in inorganic? That's all.
That's a wonderful idea, sir. Like I was myself a science student. I had chemistry in 11th and 12th, so I know the struggle of learning so many formulas. Like I remember my teacher just gave us a list of formulas that just learn these equations. That will be enough. But the way
And
you are doing it right now, that's actually a very improvised and much better form. So I'm sure that your students must be loving this new approach of studying this way.
like yeah,
And
inorganic, those students say that it is getting better.
that's nice. And you just showed us a very important and a very crucial reaction of organic chemistry as well right now, how it is used in the Wacom tab and everything. So just a few small questions related to Wacom, that it can be associated, like any person with a basic laptop or a basic computer can use this Wacom
Yeah, you can.
application.
Yeah, if you have like a basic laptop system, obviously you can use Wacom with 100% performance. That's it. However, you're writing on a just normal paper, the same way you will be able to write it on the screen with the help of a Wacom pen tablet. That's it.
Okay, and it doesn't require any sort of internet connection as well, because in many parts of India there are issues with internet as well.
If you want to write it with this, you don't have net connectivity for the tablet. You just require to connect it, install the driver once, then so it will be perfect to go ahead. No problem at all.
Wow, that's nice. So I'll just like, here's another question, that can I draw the image of the beaker and the solution here in the Wacom pen tablet? Can you show me how to do that? So like many a times in chemistry, especially for these 8, 9, 10 students, it's
Mhm.
important that they are given proper diagrams of things happening because they need it according to the syllabus. So can you just show like how it can be done for the tutors? It will be beneficial for them.
Like the drawing of
Yeah.
anything. Like
Any
okay,
sort of reaction, any practical application, how is that can be drawn properly?
so this is how a beaker will be looking like. I mean, like it will be just a glass vessel where you'll be having clear cut marking of like the levels, like this many ml, 20 ml, 30 ml. You'll be having the clear cut distribution mark will be the 10 ml like that. So like this is again a lab equipment that we are using for measuring the various volumes of liquids and like for reactions as well. You can similarly make up the shapes of whatever you want. If you want to make up shapes of any geometrical shapes like hexagon, or if you want to make up the shapes of triangle, or square, like again it will be easy, depends on which interface you use and how much you are handy with the vacuum. Once you are getting practice with it, like 2 days maximum enough. Like just that time buffer time will be there, but after that it will be getting better for you. Yep. And how to teach periodic table with the Wacom pen tablets? Can I use different colors to show each and every column? Obviously you can use. You can actually take it again. It totally depends on which interface or platform you are using. That also matters. Okay, that is one part that I have to be quite clear. So here though I'm just recreating any geometrical shape, the shape that I'm drawing, it totally depends on which platform I'm using. I'm using the Vedantu platform only. You can use it on just the paint application itself. You can use it. The same ideas can be used there also. It can be coming in handy. It just requires basic practice. Obviously it is going to be far far better after a while. Teaching inorganic chemistry can be mostly theoretical. How can I again uh, inorganic chemistry, again you have to bring up the ideas, like with little bit more demonstrations, like actually how the process happens. I've shown the how the entire what we say Haber process is happening, rather than simply telling this is the temperature, this is the pressure, this is the reaction. Instead of that, I've clearly represented how the entire figure will be looking like. This is how the process happens. Nitrogen hydrogen supplied like this, and this is how it happens. So rather than if you are giving simple reactions, if you are giving a proper demonstration with the help of vacuum, okay, obviously people can be, students will be even memorizing it rather than by hearting. They will remember this. Okay, there's a figure like this is how it happened. So it will be helping them even to keep it in their mind rather than by hearting. I was answering to Ritika, I guess. Right. P block chapter is very long and tiring. How can I learn it easily? Same thing. most of the groups in P block, no, there is a common trend which you need to be quite getting familiar with. So if you're getting that trends and ideas, most of the groups can be interconnected. One thing that you are learning in first group will be continuing till the last group. So you can be skipping a lot of ideas, keeping the ideas common for most of the groups. That is how you can make it interesting and make it even more easier. Yep. I guess we have gone for all the doubts. I hope so. Yep. So I guess most of the ideas and questions that you have asked, I guess I have taken care of it. So let's see. I can give you one more, last suggestion. Just give it a try for the online learning, online teaching. Try once with the Wacom. You will love it for sure. Just give it a try. It's just going to take a 1 day buffer time to just start writing once. Once you're getting familiar to the system, it's going to be just handy for you. Yep.
So, first of all, I would personally like to say that it was a wonderful session. The simplicity, the ways calmly you explained each and everything to the students, that was phenomenal. That was amazing. Having a subject as complex as chemistry and those complex reactions, you especially made this webinar look very smooth and very calming. I'm sure that your students definitely love this style about you, about your explanation methods. And now I would just like to say that this was indeed a beautiful session. I would like to extend my thanks to Mr. Hemin Roy for giving his valuable time and knowledge to us. I would also like to extend our thanks to Wacom for giving us this opportunity to bring this event to life. I would really like if our audience would go explore Wacom's official website, wacom.com, to check out their cool products. Explore the Insta profile as well, Wacom India, and if you are still not following, right now go follow Mr. Hemin Roy as well as on Instagram. And lastly, don't forget to check out Youth's Instagram page, Youth Mag, to keep track of our upcoming events, our recently started Youth Live Instagram sessions, and also soon our first issue of magazine will also be coming. So hope you will all keep track of all these things. Have a safe time, have a nice time, and thank you once again for joining us for this wonderful event. Thank you, Hemant sir, once again.
Bye bye. Take care, everyone. Hope all of you are safe only. Bye bye.
Bye everyone. Bye sir. Hope everyone has a nice time. Thank you.